Gotta give it my all today.
Sister Rosaria! So here you are! Choir practice is about to...
I've told you already, I don't go in for that kind of thing. I've got more important matters to attend to.
Oh, but this event has commemorative significance. The church hopes that all sisters will be present.
Hopes? That's odd, because I don't recall a fulfill the hopes of others clause in my job description.
I mean, sure, but...
But what? You're the event organizer, aren't you? Do you not find it the least bit odd?
What do you mean?
This far out from Mondstadt at this hour? Even if you set out right now, I'll wager you'd still miss the opening ceremony. Who knows? Maybe this is someone's grand plan to make a fool out of you.
Huh? Well, that can't be. People aren't like that.
Evidence decides what people are like, not your feelings. Maybe you're a little too trusting of other people. Don't fret, nobody's gonna blame you if you go back empty-handed. I can't imagine anyone else was delusional enough to think I was gonna show up. But if you dally any longer, you really won't make it.
You're right. It's a very important commemorative event. If I'm late, then... right, I've gotta get going.
Seems like that sister's an expert in making people believe anything she wants.
I thought I heard something. Who are you and why are you eavesdropping?
We'd better watch out. She seems like a dangerous villain, or a trickster at best.
Oh, really? I'm a member of the long-standing Favonius Church. You're an eavesdropping pixie from who knows where, and you think I'm the trickster?
Wait, she heard that? Paimon was whispering so quietly.
And as for this outlander you seem to be following... So it's you. The honorary knight that saved us from storm terror. Well then, given your status, I won't press you on your reasons for eavesdropping. Otherwise, depending on your answer, I could have arrested you on the spot.
What? Do the Sisters of Mondstadt have the authority to arrest people now?
We can't go turning a blind eye to hidden dangers, can we? Why shouldn't sisters have a sense of justice?
That doesn't sound right. But Paimon can't think of a good comeback.
Let's talk about you. What are you doing in the mountains? If it's him you're after, I made a point of noting his tracks. Many people have made their way up after the snowstorm. Let's hope they're still there.
So, are you also looking for him?
No, this is just a professional habit of mine. I sensed elemental traces in these tracks. Never hurts to be vigilant. I couldn't care what you think. Come on then. I'd like to see what he's up to anyway.
Rosaria said there were elemental traces in the tracks. They should show up pretty clearly with elemental sight.
Surrender!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Wealth is the foundation on which civilization is built.
You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
Yeah?
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave the scene without a trace.
You're so suspicious. Why is Pine not a criminal in your example?
Your penance is due!
This isn't good.
You stand condemned! Guilty! Your penance is due! Futile!
Think you can get away? Let's light it up!
Hurry up! This one's well done.
Let's play!
Roasted frog! You need to hurry up! This
Teamwork
one's well
is dreamwork!
Nowhere to run! Your sins weigh upon your soul!
You need to hurry up!
You stand condemned!
Roasted frog!
Guilty! Your penance is due!
Fuel's clogged!
Wealth is the foundation on which civilization is built.
It's getting colder and colder. Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
Me? I'm alright. I got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
Huh? Seems like there's more to being a sister in the Favonius church than Paimon realized.
Adventure time!
Is that Albedo? Why would he hang around a place like this?
The word on the street is he loves painting. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape. The views and scenery here are pretty good. Potential paintings everywhere you look.
But can't he see those hilly churros? Isn't he in danger? Uh-oh. Looks like we startled them. Enough talk! Let's take them out of the picture first!
Nowhere to run!
Who are you? Why did you alarm them? Thank the gods I'd already completed my painting. Would have been a shame to leave these particular hilly trails unfinished.
What's up with painting hilly churros? What makes them so interesting?
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my painting, it may give you a clue.
Wow, look at the detail! But some of it seems to have been done in a hurry.
You can find these hilly churls anywhere. Quite boring, in fact. Not worth closer inspection. But take a look at this specimen. The build, the coat, and there's a distinct force at work here. In the cyclical lives of such primitive communities, such unique attributes are an indication of evolution at work. Evolution, the transition from nothing into existence, from the known to the
Hold your horses. Something tells me we're in for a thesis and I haven't got the stamina. We found your man. I'm headed back.
What? Don't you have any questions for him? Hey! What a weirdo.
Your sister Rosaria brought you. Surprising. And I didn't have time to thank her. But back to the point. From her words, it seems that you were looking for me?
We met a girl in Mondstadt, Sucrose. She said you were stuck with your research.
I see. So Sucrose sent you here. Then, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the honorary knight. You've got the whole of Mondstadt talking. I've heard a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack, your elemental control, and quite a few other mysterious things. I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. You came from afar. From another world. Excellent. If I could procure your assistance, I think my research would benefit enormously. Forgive me. This must be confusing. Where should I begin? The essence of life?
Whoa, you want to start with that?
You're right. Giving a demonstration would be better than trying to explain. For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
You can do...
The method I'm talking about has produced no results. It's like you, in that it hails from another world. Helping it to grow, to bloom. That's the problem my research is up against. That's where I need your assistance.
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out, Paimon's not sure we're gonna be much assistance.
I beg to differ. I'm unable to comprehend the intricacies of life outside of the known world. But you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you, I may just be able to find a...
Shall we just get out of here? This sounds a little freaky.
It's possible. But I will do everything in my control to ensure your safety. Time for a change of surroundings. We should be going. There's research to do.
Albedo and that traveler seem to have hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute a risk to Mondstadt?
Luck can swing the results of a single game, but it's bound to run out sooner or later.
a question. After the seed sprouts, will it grow into anything?
I don't know, but I feel the importance will lie in the method, not the endpoint. Using alchemy to awaken otherworldly life into that would constitute a big leap in my understanding of the essence of life. After awakening, even creation may be possible. Still a little difficult to understand?
No, Paimon's got a brain. But what's the seed gonna become? Isn't that more interesting than whatever it was you were saying?
Well, if it turns out to be a delicious fruit, dinner's...
Yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
Well, let's just say I, occasionally have to look after a child. Another lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. I suppose it's one of the few non-alchemy-related disciplines I'm any good at. The subject of my first research was the elements. In this world, manipulating the elements requires a vision. Though I can't see anything resembling one on your person. How you're able to freely manipulate elemental power is something I'd like to ascertain. I've got a few questions in that regard. Firstly, do you have any extra organs? A second heart? A fourth stomach? Things of that nature. Fascinating. And this floating child is... connected to your body in some way?
What a stupid question! Can't you see the gap between us? And another thing, it's Paimon, not floating child.
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an Oh, that rules out that possibility. I wonder... did Paimon guide the elemental power to you? But that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick, or cause the waterfall south of Springfield to flow backwards. No, that definitely can't be it.
Hey! How would you know anyway? A question. After the seed sprouts, will it grow into anything?
I don't know. Using alchemy after awakening.
No, Paimon's got a brain.
Well,
Yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
well, let's... the subject of my... how you're able to... Firstly, do you have any extra organ? Fascinating.
What a And another thing.
I was merely considering the possibility that... Oh, but that would mean that...
Hey!
In that case, given that there's... Firstly, let me lure a few...
Huh?
Direct and clear Naturally...
Slimes! Slimes are fine!
Well, prepare yourself. The slimes will be here any moment.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Judgment is upon you. Guilty!
Great work. Did you feel anything out of the ordinary? If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions ready. Excellent. According to my observations, the manifestation of the external elemental flow is as expected. Elemental reactions are normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Now that we know that the external flow is manifesting normally, let's test the internal flow.
Internal flow? How do you test that?
It's very simple. I can use alchemy to create a potion that will extract elemental power. If the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your body,
Sounds kinda terrifying.
don't worry. In the normal course of events, you'd feel some temporary queasiness. No bodily injury.
And in the abnormal course of events?
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the necessary preparations. Well, it's not that there aren't any risks involved, but if there is anything blocking your elemental flow, we'll be able to locate it with this test. Just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction occurs for any other reason, that's a bad sign. Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get started, the potion we'll use for the test is missing a catalyst. We'll need to find it. It's a type of ore known as star silver, but unfortunately not all of it is suitable. I'll take you to my campsite. We can gather some star silver ore on the way. I'll point out any likely contenders. All going to plan, we should be able to begin concocting the potion when we get to the campsite.
Paimon's still got a few safety concerns, but it seems like there's a silver lining. Let's keep our eyes open.
Here. Should do for catalyst purposes.
Think you can get away? Off we go!
Suta!
This one. Usable with a bit of polish.
Nowhere to run!
What luck. This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way. this is my campsite. I've added the materials we collected to the concoction. While we are waiting, have a look over here. My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research. I'm guessing you may have met in Mondstadt already.
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment. The report is already up on the board there.
Whoa! Look at all the data! You got all these results from one slime battle?
I wouldn't call them results, inferences, and a few daring guesses perhaps. I think the most rational direction would be to expound on the phylogenetic relationship between this traveler and the slimes. Consider. You don't have a vision, but you can manipulate elemental energy. The slimes don't have visions either, yet they too are able to manipulate the elements. Following this line of thought, I'm sure we'll be able to establish a basis in fact.
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms. In other words, beings consisting entirely of the elements. A cryoregis vine, or even a wildflower might be a better analogy. But tracing back the phylogenetic relationships between plants and animals, you might have to trace back to the world's origins. In that sense, things might get difficult, don't you think?
Yes, sir. That sounds correct.
After all, we've got our primary data already. This traveler is a visitor from another world. If it turned out that she did have a phylogenetic relationship with this world... Now that really...
Ah, it would. Apologies. I was so excited to get the data. I'll slow down a bit next time. Speaking of data, to complete our research, we'll need some more. I'll be conducting analysis here for the time being. If you're keen for an update, just come and find me.
Great, I'll leave you to it. Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first. If all goes well, I'll hand it over to you. In line with my expectations. Ready to drink. Remember to keep calm at all times, and breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
Tasty? You've got a funny look on your face. You said you tried some already. You sure it was ready? What's happened to her?
Oh, this was the result I was expecting. And a very positive one at that. This potion channels elemental power into the body. Under normal circumstances, a repelling reaction is to be expected. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary discomfort. Once the flow is complete, there won't be any other effects.
So you knew you'd be sick and still drank some?
It was my own concoction, of course. Only natural for me to be the guinea pig. Perhaps it's just scholarly self-assurance, and it certainly speeds things up. In conclusion, I'd say we have our conclusion. As far as elemental energy is concerned, you're no different from anyone else in this world. Nothing peculiar.
Aw, Paimon wanted something cooler to happen.
Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. Peculiar results have a tendency to be of the undesirable variety. The good thing about ordinary is that everything is an object of reference, and everyone understands you. People are the same, they can understand, empathize, encourage, and support one another. When you're sick, a doctor can diagnose you because they are you. When something goes wrong, you can ask people who've made the same mistake for their experience because you are them. But a peculiar person, they don't have much recourse for the things we take for granted. The essence of their life is fundamentally different. For example, a human can't understand the life of a pyroregisvine or an Eye of the Storm. Have I explained it clearly enough? To sum up, this has been a positive outcome. Going forward, you can use your elemental power without fear. Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out. If you could see to collating them.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. Oh, you gave me a lot to consider. Really stretched my limits. I'm thinking a lot clearer now. Oh, having you down as an animal wasn't very precise of me, but starting with the premise of an elemental life form? Now that was...
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry. Whatever the truth of the matter, I'd like your research at the fore as opposed to my judgment.
You can count on me, sir. I'll extract a result satisfactory to all.
Is he trying to join the Knights? He's starting to sound like a suck-up. What Paimon meant to say was, that's the spirit. Mr. Albedo, say something.
Before we can proceed with our research, I need to... prepare something. Wait one moment. If you're interested, why not have a look around? It may help to pass the time.
Here comes Albedo. Let's go see him.
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting? Not to worry. They're all for alchemical purposes. You'd be hard-pressed to find an everyday use for them. Well, on with the research. There may be significant differences between different worlds. Take Tevat, for example. Here, those with visions can manipulate the elements. But worlds may well exist where only one person is able to do so. Or even everyone. So, leaving elements to one side. Do you possess any... unique abilities? Ones that don't exist in this world? I think answering this question calls for the same methodology as last time. In other words, time for the next experiment. No. You shan't be required to exert... Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it. That was your best effort?
What's with the disappointment? Isn't that, like, impossible?
Have you tried using your elemental power with food? I don't mean for cooking, as such. I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. It may... Anyway, why don't you cook us up a sunshine sprat?
Cooking?
Not only is this recipe a staple for me...
Paimon bets you're just hungry. That does sound yummy, though. Okay, Paimon approves. Good buddies are always on the same page.
I'll leave you to it then. Looking forward to the results. If there's anything left over, maybe Timaeus can
Paimon doesn't think we'll have that problem. How are we gonna channel elemental power into the... Where does he get these ideas from anyway?
That was... An average outcome experimentally, but you've really... As far as the proliferation unless...
We just didn't know.
Not to worry. And here's your...
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying.
I can tell that you're... Not that Paimon...
Hey! But you do have... And you're right!
Yes. There are all I managed to...
Paimon's barely...
Don't worry. If you had, I must have...
So... Guess we'd better take a look. Oh, yeah!
If there's nothing better to do, we could go foraging for ingredients.
Luck can swing the results of a single game, but it's bound
No,
to
my
run
sword!
out sooner or later. Good deeds and bad. In the end, all will be placed upon the scales.
This must be electrohypostasis powder. The extract of an animo crystal fly can only be animo elemental energy, right? This is
Goodness. You managed to find them. I'm wondering, this elemental sight, this is what allowed you to locate the items and find me here on the mountains, correct?
Yep. Guess it does sort of count as a superpower, huh?
Unfortunately, though elemental sight is seldom seen, it is not unheard of in Teyvat. Only a never-before-seen otherworldly power would be of benefit to my research.
You mean, we failed again?
Don't be disheartened. This falls entirely within my expectations. Besides, getting these items back, I'd call this a very worthwhile experiment. I have to commend your deduction that the items would contain elemental traces. Right then. Up until now, our research has focused on your otherworldly identity. Our research on your in essence, the differences between humans are reflected in our intellectual and physical capabilities. Let's start with physical. Looking out from where we're standing, can you see what Sucrose is doing? And if you jumped from here and landed on that cliff, the one over there, could you see her then? So what about if you planted a single blow on the mountain face here, and it burst into 1,000,000 fragments? Then could you see her? Then I shouldn't get too excited. Still, we'll gain a more thorough understanding with an experiment. I know of a location that will be perfect for a physical test. Please, follow me.
Still in one piece! Good thing the vial's so strong. You want us to jump? From up here?
Not necessarily. Not if you know of a better method, that is. Whichever method you choose, the experiment will end when you reach the opposite shore of the lake. I will factor the time expended and your top speed into my comparative analysis.
The opposite side of the lake. So, we're gonna be swimming?
Without limitations, we complete tasks intuitively, using the method that seems most rational to us. Some of us would be unable to stand the icy waters. Others might find the whole thing rather refreshing. No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. For me, every detail is invaluable to the research. Then if you would, please, I eagerly await the results.
Wait a minute! While we're busy testing, what exactly are you gonna be doing?
Me? Recording data, responding to risks, providing, emotional support.
So if we do decide to go swimming, you gonna dive in with us?
No. Unless you're thinking of conducting competitive research?
Oh! Forget Paimon said anything.
gliding be faster?
Great work. I've never seen a performance quite like it. Your reputation precedes you, Traveler. The data shows that you're easily outperforming the average citizen in Mondstadt.
But you followed us the whole way without breaking a sweat!
Me? Actually, I used alchemy to cheat a little. But anyway. If it turns out that the natural laws of Tevat do not affect you, I should be able to make various inferences about the otherworldly civilization you belong to. If the natural laws of Tevat do affect you, then I shall be able to make inferences into the kind of evolution that would occur under the absence of such effects. The innumerable possibilities that this could present, the captivating insights, it would be something to savor again and again.
But how does this help your research?
You've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were holding it back. When we return to the campsite, I should be able to show you something interesting. I may be about to make some analogies between you and a few unusual specimens. I hope you won't be offended. Gold, petrified trees, a sun 8 times the size of our own. The essence of the investigative process is enthralling, but such feelings are inevitably fleeting in nature. I'm willing to pour all my energy into research, and yet specimens are finite. As the unknown transitions into the realm of scientific understanding, the feeling of enlightenment is lost. All these things that start out as objects of fascination end up possessing the prosaic mundanity of a sunsetia or a sweet flower. They cease to be noteworthy.
Oh, so that's why you wanted to paint those hilly turtles? Because you got to see something new and interesting in the differences between them?
Precisely. To quote my exact words from earlier, these creatures are, for the most part, quite boring, not worth closer inspection. There is precious little about them that serves to pique my curiosity now.
So after all these experiments, are we gonna be, like, boring to you? Like some basic draft of a sketch?
Of course not. You have been of great assistance to me, and I will remember this friendship for a lifetime. Now, before we head back to the campsite, there's one more experiment. Intelligence. Follow me. There are some other ruins nearby. I imagine you must have encountered more than a few conundrums during your travel. I'd like to observe your intelligence by means of a practical test. I'd like you to explore. There are 2 puzzles located at the far ends of the ruins. After completion, as with the physical test, there are no restrictions. A tried and So, let's see you in action. It's a complex environment, so proceed with caution. Sealy like these are a common sight in the mountains. Returning them to their rightful places is up to you.
Adventure time! We go! Adventure time! Huh? Let's play! Everybody stand back! Let's light it up!
Pointless. Futile. Through me, justice is served. You stand condemned.
Brace yourselves! Here we go! You're toast!
Nowhere to run! Futile!
It should now be possible to activate the central mechanism. Exactly what will happen when you do? Oh, seems that the water level has suddenly decreased. We should be able to see what's in the water now. What's this? To the best of my knowledge, These belong to a script of some kind. They can be found all over Teyvat, but they've never given up their secrets. There's still a lot to learn about them. And as for why they should ever have come to rest here, a true mystery. Let me make a copy first. I'll make time to go over them in greater detail after our research.
Another thing for the don't understand list. Unsolvable mystery this, weird experiment that. It'd be nice to get some cool results for once. Seems like if you want the reward, you gotta pay the price.
I've truly gained a lot from all this. Comparatively, the little reward I can offer is too small to mention. Let me return to the campsite first. By the time you get back, I may just have a fleeting miracle for you to witness.
Paimon's kinda looking forward to seeing the results of all this brain ache. Unless you can think of anything better to do, let's head back to the campsite.
Not so fast. You're not leaving until I'm convinced that nothing dangerous is going on here.
You didn't leave the mountain?
I most certainly did not. And I've witnessed everything that you and Albedo have been up to. I must say, you let your guards down. Or maybe you were drawn in by his compelling-sounding hypothesis and friendly demeanor. Taking orders from a complete stranger? Drinking anonymous potions? Participating in all kinds of strange experiments? I'd sooner believe you were tricked than that you would be so naive. Or perhaps, you were colluding from the beginning.
Sister Rosaria's guard's so high, she can't even see over the top of it.
It doesn't matter what you think. He could be a saint for all you know. But I understand him a little better than you, Outlander. I'm only concerned with one thing. Whether his alchemy has transformed you into something more sinister.
No way! Paimon would have sensed it. And anyway, he didn't even use any alchemy.
With an alchemist of his level, you wouldn't sense a thing. In any case, I'm not about to let a potential threat back into Mondstadt.
So, what are you gonna do?
I've gotta hand it to you. You have your moments. If I can be sure that nothing you came into contact with is dangerous, that's good enough for me. I've investigated everything else. The only items left on the agenda are these symbols.
But we don't even know what they mean.
That much is true. Not to mention, seems like there's nothing more to them. But for insurance purposes, I'd better make a copy. Now then, all things considered, I deem that you pose no immediate threat. Which is what I was hoping. I would have been one very unhappy sister if you'd made me work overtime on your account.
Overtime?
Before we go our separate ways, Outlander, a word of advice. Don't be so quick to trust Albedo, and don't repeat the same mistakes that you did this time. You made a lot of rash decisions today.
She's gone! So stubborn. Mondstadt doesn't have many people like that. Huh. Never mind her. Let's go see Albedo.
you're back. Good timing. You took quite a while. Did you get held up on the way back? Time for the results. We got a myriad of data today, and it was very difficult to finish all the research in one go. But the integral preliminary conclusion that I can offer you is you're very much like a human from this world.
You couldn't tell that just by looking? We spent all day working our butts off for that?
Please, I understand that this may have seemed self-evident to you, but in fact, nothing in this world should be taken for granted. Have you ever considered that the world of Teyvat may have a natural hostility to Outlanders? I mentioned the natural laws of this world. You're able to converse with me here without consequence, and nothing seems amiss. But it's arguably a small miracle. The only other life form that, like you, has come here from afar is the seed that I mentioned. Under the effects of Teyvat's natural laws, it isn't even able to sprout, let alone bloom. But after I observed you, I had another idea. Imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so,
Whoa! It looks like something's appearing!
the transition from nothing into something, from shoot to stem, and now to fruition. Is not nurturing otherworldly life also nurturing the world itself?
Aww.
It would seem that that's as far as we go. A transient bloom of incomparable beauty. Life's proudest achievement.
Paimon thought, with all our efforts, it might...
Life is a short life, So, do you understand what I meant about us conversing here arguably being a small miracle?
Huh? Things feel a little heavy right now. Don't be sad. You've got Paimon to look after you. Albedo, Paimon really wants to be your friend.
Thank you both. Even if dispelling loneliness is not essential for life, your help inspired me to discover the means to make a flower bloom. I mean that the time I've spent traveling with you in the mountains was a valuable journey. In the future, if the need arises, can I solicit your help again? Well, glad I can count on you. I made a point throughout of telling her how ordinary the results were, but what was that sediment I saw forming at the bottom of the vial? It should not have been there. What could it mean? Those born of Earth are bound by its imperfections, but those born of chalk are free of impurities. You and I are... If, one day, I lose control, destroy Mondstadt, destroy everything, can I rely on you to stop me?
Let's light it up! Time for takeoff.
Your sins weigh upon your soul. Your penance is due! Guilty! Your penance is due!
Let's light it up!
Futile!
Everybody stand back!
Surrender! Futile!
Let's light it up!
Nice and spicy.
That's gonna hurt in the morning. Benny's adventure team. I have failed you.
That really hurt.
Through me, justice is served! Well played. Guilty! Your penance is due!
Booba, get them.
Think you can get away?
Surrender! In death, a new cycle begins.
How rude! Let's play!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
I'm not in the mood for this! Time for takeoff. Oh, no! My lyre is broken.
Nice and spicy. Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Help! My dinner is attacking me. Nice and spicy. Dinner's gonna burn. decide whether pyro slimes taste better with salt and pepper or garlic and herbs.
Nowhere to run!
Hey, pick up someone your own size! Let's light it up!
After fry pan, into the fire!
Your sins weigh upon your soul! You stay condemned!
Nice and spicy! Teamwork is true! Eat this!
Judgment is upon you!
I'll settle this!
Guilty!
Everybody stand back! Let's light it!
Race you! You're toast!
Your sins weigh upon your soul!
Terrified!
Your penance is due!
Light it up!
Guilty!
Baba, get them!
I'll settle this!
Nowhere to run!
Everybody stand back! Off we go!
Judgment is upon you! Your penance is due! Guilty!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Futile!
Ow! Where did that come from? Benny's adventure team, assemble! Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
Your sins weigh upon your soul! You stand condemned!
Right over your head! Let me try!
Nowhere to run!
Let's light it up!
Through me, justice is...
Let's light... Terrified! Stand with
Guilty.
me! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Your penance is due!
Let's light it up! Let's light it up!
Judgment is upon you!
This is just right.
Guilty!
I'll settle this.
You stand condemned!
Off we go.
Your sins weigh upon your soul!
Adventure time!
Your penance is due! You stand condemned!
Get with me. Let's light it up.
Guilty! Your penance is due! Tip time! Judgment is upon you!
Let's light it up.
You stand condemned!
Adventure time!
Tough crowd.
Let's light it up.
You stand condemned!
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Your sins weigh upon your soul! Your penance is due! Guilty!
Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
Surrender!
A well-deserved find.
Over here.
Through me, justice is served. He's taken dead.
Time for takeoff. Yahoo!
Your penance is due. Guilty.
Wealth is the foundation on which civilization is built.
Judgment is upon me. You stay condemned. Your penance is due. You stay condemned. Your sins weigh upon your soul! Your penance is due! Guilty!
Right now, I wish I was sitting at the top of a tree.
Futile!
Add Astra at... I am sorry, but you... Add Astra... Add Astra... Thank you for completing today's commission.
I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor.
Captain Dane, huh?
I'm just thinking, nothing more. If you're trying to console me, I can assure you there is no need.
Fine. Hey, look! There's no door sealing this room off. Looks like we can finally head to the room in the center. Come on, let's go! Look! Up there! A water pool! Even the water pool is upside down. Oh, wow! This is a pretty amazing pool. Dane, do you have any idea at all how it works?
The pool must be part of the entire city structure. A relic of this ancient civilization. And more importantly, it is the very thing that is weakening the curse. Here, my whole body feels more at peace than it has in a long time. The effect is stronger here than it was before. And I think it's because that water pool has something akin to a cleansing effect.
Cleansing? So that means the water in that pool can wash away the curse for good?
No, that would be impossible.
How are you so sure?
I have lived with this curse for 500 years, and I have been fully conscious the entire time. Suffice to say, no one understands the curse like it is a way of branding us at the level of even now. I can feel the curse slowly permeating my entire being, becoming part of me, slowly but surely replacing me. Perhaps it may be possible to suppress the corrosive effect of the curse for a time. Consider it tantamount to burning away an integral part of your...
Huh? Cleansing the curse cost you your life? Whoa. An irreversible curse. Paimon can't even imagine.
In any case, I can feel that the water's cleansing effect is not nearly potent enough. At most, it might suppress the curse, but a little.
So, what's that contraption there? It looks...
Frankly, I have never seen a device of this design before either. It is not unreasonable to...
Oh, that gave Paimon a fright! Halfdan's back again!
Halfdan, do you have something to say to me?
He ran off!
He's indicating that we should follow him. Are you
True. Halfdan jumped down over there. Let's follow him. Looks like Halfdan disappeared at the far end of this path.
Perhaps whatever lies ahead is what he wants us to see.
There are more signs of hilichurl activity here. Is that way into the hilichurl camp? Let's go see. It's a humble hilichurl camp. Oh, these hilichurls look like they're in pretty bad shape, too. Is this what Halfdan wanted to show us?
Whether it is or not.
Seems like these hilichurls have no life left in them at all. Before long, they'll become one with the darkness. The hilichurls we meet in the wild are always so rowdy. Paimon never would have imagined that this is how they spend their final days. We may not have a whole lot of happy memories dealing with hilichurls, but still, Paimon hopes they're at peace in their last moments. Hilichurls usually store food in crates like these, right? But these seem pretty much empty. Is it because they're so near to the end that they don't need to eat anymore? Even if they don't need to eat anymore, Paimon bets they still miss food for the flavor. There's even a bonfire here, like what hilichurls build in the wild. Wait, but wasn't Dane saying that hilichurls get scared of the light when they reach the very end of their lives? Maybe, in the very, very end, they still want to feel some light and warmth. Oh. Just thinking aloud here. Could also be another reason. How did that flower get this far underground? Did someone bring it in memory of the deceased hilichurls? Hey, now that you mention it, Paimon thinks it looks kind of familiar too.
It is the national flower of Kanria, the Intivat. It once bloomed all over the nation. It would only last 2 weeks before wilting. But if you were to pluck one and take it out of Kanria, the petals would stop growing and turn hard. Only when it finally returned to its home soil would the petals grow soft once more, and finally turn to dust. So the Intivat is a symbol for a wanderer far from home, signifying the tenderness of the homeland.
So for this flower to get here, it must have been brought from...
also finally has your blessing.
In focusing single-mindedly on confronting the heavenly principles, we neglected our original mission, the revival of the homeland. I should not have been so indecisive.
The device is almost ready. We await your command.
What are the chances of succeeding?
Theoretically speaking, approximately.
Forget it. Even a 1% chance is enough. For too long have we dwelt in the abyss. Surely they would rather return to the natural cycle of life and death as soon as possible than continue to exist as they are, without a shred of dignity. They cannot be made to continue paying the price for those...
The Order is most fortunate to be graced with your decision.
Ether!
You saw something, didn't you? Can you tell me what it was?
Yeah, you zoned out for quite a while there.
Huh. Well, people do say that twins have a special connection. It sounds as if they are attempting to make use of certain equipment to cleanse the curse. It could well be the device we saw earlier. And you say he mentioned the revival of the homeland, correct? No surprise there. Stubborn as ever. It appears as if the Abyss Order plans to use this location to cleanse the Hilly-Churls of their curse and restore them to the way they once were. Then, they will serve as the foundation for reviving the nation of Khaenri'ah. After all, there can be no nation without a people. It is the height of foolishness. They have no chance of success, not even a 1% chance. I told you already that no one knows this curse better than I, having lived with it for 500 years. There is no redemption. There is no undoing the curse. Trying to remove it by force will achieve nothing but to inflict further suffering. So make sure you are clear in your mind. You have to tell yourself, they are no longer human. If you cling to false hope and allow yourself to become too emotionally invested, the only way is down. You will end up just like them, mired in hypocrisy. Save your strength for something worth saving. Oh? But of course, I am merely someone you hired for a task, while he is your brother. It is only natural for you to side with him. But whatever decision you make cannot deter me from mine. My chosen path is to stop the Abyss. If we have reached an impasse, then perhaps this is where we should say... I see. It seems that the 3 questions I put to you on our first meeting were worthwhile. You have developed your own individual views on this world. Very well. Since you have volunteered your true thoughts on this matter, I shall not hide mine from you. Right now, I have a more immediate agenda than stopping the Abyss. That is to say, the Abyss's actions here directly dishonor the final wishes of Halfdan and my other compatriots. I cannot allow this to proceed. The Abyss may appear at any moment. Be on your guard at all times as we proceed.
We can see the Upside Down City from here, too.
Wait, watch out!
What's going on? Is that room in the center?
The mutation is continuing. Has the Abyss made its move already?
Jane Smith, I see your incessant meddling continues, and that you have... Regrettably, I was not in time to control your exit from the network, and it sent you here of all places.
I am surprised that you dare to face me. You ran like a coward last time.
Our Highness's will must be done. All interferences must be removed, whatever the price to pay. This time, the curse that torments our people must be undone, once and for all.
You are the only ones who torment them. There is nothing else left of those hilly churls. Nothing besides the curse itself.
Say what you wish. I am going nowhere, Dainsleif.
Then you will give your life just to delay the inevitable. How absurd. But since you wish to persist... You really think you can use that device beneath the pool to cleanse this curse?
Do not underestimate the waves of the abyss. I can amplify the cleansing effects of the water not tenfold, but 100-fold.
Then I overestimated you. This plan is even cruder than I thought.
Let's light it up!
Race you!
Yeah!
Nowhere to run! Judgment is upon them. Their penance is due! Guilty! Their penance is due! Guilty! He's stand condemned! Surrender!
Never couldn't break the curse.
Nice and spicy!
Well played.
Here we go! Have you heard the ballad of the
Robot, get them!
Tough crowd.
Futile! Your sins weigh upon your soul!
I'm used to it.
Your penance is due! You stand condemned! Guilty! You stand condemned!
You've been hunting this Abyss Herald for ages! Now you finally got him!
There's no time to celebrate. The Abyss Order's device is activating, but there's still time to destroy it.
Alright, let's go!
Look, the amplification device. Am I too late? They're in agony. This is no way for them to meet their end. Find a way to stop that thing. Don't do it! I thought he would have been turned to ashes in an instant. Halfdan's soul is extraordinarily resilient.
Meddling fool! Encumber us no more!
Don't you have a greater encumbrance to worry about? Come on. This is your grand opportunity to get rid of me.
Dainsleif!
Take him out and deactivate the device.
Behold the abyss.
Let's play! Nice and
Hear
spicy!
the truth.
Time for takeoff! Yahoo!
The gift of grace. Peace be with you.
Eat this!
Hear
Nowhere to
the
run.
truth.
Surrender!
Peace be with you.
Let's light it up! Let's play!
Peace be with you.
Race you!
The light shine.
Yeah!
Nowhere to run! Judgment is upon you. And it's his due!
The truth.
Stronger than I anticipated.
Stay condemned!
I'm going in!
Shall set you free. Hear ye the word of joy. Grace be upon you. The truth shall set you free.
Tough crowd.
Futile!
Hear ye the word of joy.
We go!
Grace be upon you.
That's gonna hurt in the morning!
The power
Yahoo!
of
Brace yourself.
and hope find you. The truth shall set you free. Hear ye the word.
Why do they never miss?
Grace be upon you.
Let's light it up!
Boba, get them!
Peace and hope. Surrender you is opened.
What do we do now? The Abyss Lecter's gone, but the device won't stop. And Halfdan.
No! As long as the device is active, the cursed are rendered powerless. Only you can take on the Abyss. If you value his sacrifice, then do not waste any more time here. See all these rays of light and portals? They must have installed several of these energy devices in various locations. Find them, quickly!
So, we have to go through these Abyss portals? Hey! Wait for Paimon!
Let's play! Everybody stand back!
Nowhere to run!
Yahoo!
Nowhere to run!
Brace yourselves! Yeah! Here we go! Yeah! Brace yourselves! What?
Surrender!
Yahoo!
Futile!
It's teamwork is dreamwork!
Nowhere to run!
Really kills are really suffering. Oh, wait! Dang, this must...
Think you can get away?
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Futile!
I'm going in!
Surrender!
Destroy the devices and put an end to the Hilichurl suffering!
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Let's light it up!
Shoot! Nowhere to run!
yourselves. Time for takeoff. Teamwork is dreamwork!
Through me, justice is served. Surrender!
Nice and spicy. That really hurt.
No! Did I ruin everything? Let's light it up! Think you can get away? You. Here we go. Yahoo! Let me sleep a while.
Your penance is due! Guilty!
Okay, it's gone dark all around now. Shall we head back to the room in the center?
let's play! Huh? Here we go! Wouldn't gliding be faster?
The burning sensation has indeed stopped.
So, we managed to stop the Abyss Order's plan?
Let me check.
Dane must be really upset. Of all the ways to be reunited with one of his former...
Let's go.
Huh?
Huh? Light?
Apologies, Captain Dainsleif, Twilight Sword. Back then, I failed you, and failed to protect our people.
No. For 500 years, you have faithfully done your duty. To this day, I am proud of you all.
Conria didn't fall, did it? Since you're still here.
Correct. So, no need to revive the homeland.
That was Halfdan's soul.
More than one kind of strange power exists here. Souls are no strange sight under the circumstances. Still, if you intend to venture deeper in and continue your investigation, you ought to be careful.
You bet! We'll be super careful! Oh, but Dane, does this mean you're not coming with us?
That device took a severe toll on me. It will take me some time to recover.
Oh, right. Well, actually, Paimon already knew that. You've clearly been pushing through the pain this whole time. You've earned a good rest, Dane. Oh, you should take a vacation!
Vacation? The very notion. This word has no business being in my vocabulary. There are more important things that demand my attention. The Loom of Fate operation is still underway, and I suspect that these amplification devices are... Thank you for understanding. I only hope that next time we meet, you know whose side you're on.
Sheesh. He sure knows how to hold a grudge. Saving that snide remark right until the end. Well, shame that we didn't get to see your brother again. But at least we learned some useful info, huh? As long as you keep pressing on with your journey, you guys will definitely meet again. And everything will be back to normal. Right? Oh, Paimon almost forgot. The real reason we came here was to investigate what was going on with the Hilichurls, wasn't it? We've probably seen enough to report back to the miner now. But, how are we going to explain it to him? This is all way too complicated for regular people to understand. We'll figure it out. Just don't forget about the commission when we're done here.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?